that though, because it's an Amazon list.
We'll put a link to our donation page. I think it's probably easy.
Yeah, if you can just guide us to a place where they can get more information on that.
Yeah, we can do that.
So let's just start out by having you say your name and spell it, no matter how simple, just to archive it.
Sure. So my name's Sam Kinch, K-I-N-C-H.
And Sam, what would you like the title below your name to say?
That's a great question.
Do you want it to be the organization?
Yeah, let's do Hackers for Charity.
Okay. And is there a website you want associated with that?
Hackers4Charity.org.
Okay. Now, tell us what you're doing, why you're here in town, and
Absolutely.
why you're here at the hotel.
So Hackers for Charity started off with working with Hotel Louisville probably about 4 years ago now. We have been coming to Louisville to attend DerbyCon. It's a local security conference that's being hosted by Dave and Aaron Kennedy. Great conference, probably one of the top 3 conferences within the United States. It has been over the last many years, about 10 years now. And one of the aspects of Hackers for Charity, our organization, is our mission statement, and that's really to go and help other charities and nonprofits with technical solutions that they might not otherwise understand or know how to implement. And so with Hotel Louisville, it's an interesting enterprise, right? You have a classic hotel mixed with transitional shelter, mixed with programs that really try to inspire those that are either on the street or in a tough situation to grow out of it, to learn how to escape that type of situation. And so what we really wanted to do was we wanted to find a way to help the hotel capitalize on what they do best, while not getting in the way of their mission itself. Kind of inspired by our mission statement, how do we help another charity really grow into something that is better for them and better for their mission. And so in the last year, we've recognized that the hotel itself, as part of the mission, is challenged by really weak wireless and basic core networking. And that is fundamentally due to, obviously, the mission focuses their money on helping people. And so sometimes, and what we've seen in other countries as well, is that what suffers is usually the people's infrastructure at the mission itself. So for instance, in Hotel Louisville, it was network infrastructure for the hotel, which dates back tens of years and just hadn't been upgraded. It wasn't a priority. The priority was the people. And so what we tried to do was we looked at that and went, if you're trying to sell the hotel as well as being a hotel, you have to improve the infrastructure to allow the guest experience to be positive, so the feedback, which would be web-based, is better, and that more people will end up coming. What we've done is we've upgraded all the core networking infrastructure to date, and then what we're working on today is going to be an upgrade to their wireless infrastructure to allow the guest experience to be a really nice one, we hope.
Wow. I don't even know. I think I should probably move on to the other guy because I don't know what to ask at this point. I would ask what is going to be kind of your steps today.
Okay.
And who's here helping you. And that would naturally lead me into the other people that you talk to.
Sure. So what I've been on ground for about 3 days now, and my goal here in the first 3 days was to lay a foundation where we could bring in volunteers to be effective. It's hard to work with too many people when you just have one-off little projects. And so this project today is focused on bringing in people to lay some wiring into the floors that need that infrastructure, to lay some conduit, to support the wiring, and to put in the access points themselves. This is projects that definitely can be handled by quite a few teams of people. And so we're bringing in about 4 other folks to do this work. The one thing I didn't mention was yesterday, the hotel, the mission itself is actually spread across a couple different sites. The hotel is one site in particular where they work specifically with as a women's shelter, as a transitional home, as a halfway house of sorts. But really, because of the nature of the mission, they spread out across a couple buildings where another building that is of significant importance to them was their Jefferson site. And that is primarily focused as a men's shelter. The unique nature of that building is that it's a very rough environment, and that infrastructure at that site was extremely old. And so what we incorporated there was another firewall plus access points to support the business, the caseworkers, the staff that actually work those facilities, to help them basically keep a consistent connection, so they don't have to worry about at least that aspect of that. Documentation of what you're doing there is very important, and so that's what we focused on. It's a smaller site, but it links to this site, so now you have an IT person here, Jason, who can handle managing both sites as a one-person shop, really enabling multiple sites to be managed by one person versus having to bring in more people to manage these different sites.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Is there anything else you'd like to add about the volunteers that come to help you, about the organization that you represent, or about ways that we can tell people they can help?
It's a great question. Our mission and our charity is donations. We live off of donations. The work that we do is funded by the great people in our community and other people that have seen us and the work that we do. And we've been blessed over the last many years to support many different sites throughout the world. In this site in particular, we used a portion of this year's funds from our charity to build up the site. What we've done recently is put together an Amazon wish list page of additional gear for this facility. We made it modular in nature so that the core infrastructure is handled, and then if people can buy certain products off the Amazon wish list, now we can grow and expand the infrastructure here to be fully capable and replace all their old and dying gear. So that's probably the best way to do that, is to, if there's somebody or a business or an organization that's really interested in helping out, purchasing some of those items off the wish list are specific needs for this hotel that we have. We'll put a link up on our donation page at Hackers4Charity.org for people to actually look into and research, and if they're interested, it'd be awesome to get some more donations that direction.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I don't know how much we appreciate everything y'all do. We try to work on it so much.
If you would, just tell us your name and spell it. And
Sure.
I'll send it.
No problem. My name is Johnny Long. It's JohnnYLong.
And Johnny's same information below your name as his?
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
that'd be fine.
Okay, tell us a little bit about what you're going to be doing.
Well, I can talk. I'll let Sam talk a little bit about
Okay.
what we're doing. I can talk a little bit about the organization as a whole, maybe kind of how we got our start. I've been about 2 decades as a professional hacker, and on the offensive side. So basically what that meant is that I broke into networks, I broke into buildings and facilities for the government, the military, commercial world, to find their weaknesses and send in teams to actually fix those weaknesses before the bad guys could do something there. And so I associated myself with the term hacker. And growing up in the hacker community, I never thought too much about the word hacker being a negative thing until the media started showing computer crimes and reporting computer criminals using the term hacker. And then a change started happening where the term hacker was thought of as being something negative. And that bothered me, because within the hacker community itself, I saw a lot of really caring, very giving people with big hearts that were doing interesting things. A hurricane would hit and they would deploy with the Red Cross and set up equipment, and sometimes even before the government could get in there. And there was just this natural heart for helping with technology solutions. About midway through my career, my wife went on a missions trip to Uganda, East Africa, and I went along with her and just saw desperate poverty for the first time in my life. I saw kids that didn't have anything, were desperately poor, were very sick, and realized that they had this joy in them. And they saw us coming, they would sing and dance, they'd have these big smiles. And I was pretty well off. I had a good career, I had a good job, I had a great family, and something was missing inside of me. that really inspired me because I felt like there was something missing inside of me. You know, I had all these things, and I wasn't settled. I was actually kind of miserable and seeking. But on that missions trip, they found out that I was a computer person, a computer guy, and they put me to work repairing these computers that were in the worst shape I had ever seen. Literally, some of the computers had plants growing inside of them. There was so much dirt and moisture, and somehow these computers were still running, although not well. And I spent a week basically repairing computers while my wife was out in the field doing medical mission work and this kind of cool stuff. And I have to admit I was a little jealous. But at the end of our 2 weeks there, the organization brought us together and they said, "We want to thank you for saving lives." And I was like, "Well, obviously you're talking to my wife because I didn't do that." And they said, "Well, the computers that you were working on have the financial information from our donors in the US. And without these computers, we don't know what kids have coverage, what kids have funding. And so literally kids are not going to school, they're not getting medical care, families aren't eating. By fixing these computers, you're saving these families' lives." And that grabbed me. And so the result of that trip was I thought to myself, if I can make this much of a difference as an individual, I would love to see what we as a hacker community could do collectively if we work together. And that was the start of Hackers for Charity. And so our goal focused originally in Uganda. We spent 7 years there full time, just helping with any project that we could find. We have a computer training center, we have a hacker space, there's a restaurant, a leather project, all sorts of different things that we're running over there. But at the heart of it is the hacker community. Literally, computer hackers from all over the world are funding these projects that are making a difference in the world. And that really is one of our primary goals, is to highlight the good that's happening in the hacker community and take away the negative light that's been cast on the term hacker and really show the world what we're capable of and who we are as a community.
Can you tell us how that we can get involved? How can we help you?
Sure. Our website is hackersforcharity.org. We have a donation page that not only lists ways that you can help us, but is also listing ways that you can help various projects like what we're doing here at Hotel Louisville, and also highlights other organizations within the hacker community that are doing great work, just to give you a feel for what's happening.
Thank you so much.
Cool. Pleasure.
Sorry about the line.
No, that's all right.
No, just wearing the shirt. Keep it up at our thing. Yeah. That's a cool shirt. Yeah, yeah. 6 or something. Great.
It's actually great.
Yeah. 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 No problem. I needed it. I needed it. I was.
All right, do we have a key to that closet?
Let me hold the door. Everything in my hand.
That's cute. You said, do you have a key? Get in any door.
You don't need a key.
Yeah.
Let me go grab the key. I'll meet y'all in the
All right.
You have a curved piece of metal and a touch wrench. I was in a meeting with General Yi.
You're doing the 8?
So one of my soldiers told me, it was like,
See how see the floor? How it's split up into chunks? The last one's gonna go at that last break between the last two squares.
Yep.
In here is the.
they're a little more powerful than there. I put them on their FRS frequencies. They're great.
So we mounted this yesterday,
Okay.
and so that's the switch.
Okay.
And we have the core switch going in there, so the switch is already in place. All we have to do is plug and play the actual cables. Cables will get run from here. We have one conduit there. We'll run through the ceiling to the center wherever we're going to pop out. We'll probably need to drill a hole. And then we're going to have to pull from in here. So we can bring the cable boxes in here. We'll run out to there, and I don't know how we're going to pull yet. Because I do have rods. That might be the only thing we can do.
Yeah.
Let's use the drill.
Keep the building together.
Yeah. They originally had these fat what is that company called? They had big 2.4 gig panels with coax, like with actual antenna wire running to the actual radios someplace. What I don't know is if that's going to tear and look gaudy if we pull it off the wall, but
So I've
do you
never
have a knife?
used one of these
You
before.
cut
You
the
just
seal
wrap it
on
on there and
I don't have a knife on it right now, but if you do,
I know.
Does that work?
Oh, I know. I did the same thing. What's up there? We'll figure it out.
Yes.
Let's see. So unband it again.
oh yeah, that one just pops off.
There we go.
Makes for a bad joke.
Yeah. It's fun to carry on the plane.
Yeah. Alright.
Just trying to figure out.
Is that the conduit?
Cool.
Is that it?
yeah.
It seems like it should go the
That's-
other end.
Yeah. But no,
There's
that's.
a whack.
You know what?
Oh, does it actually like go in and screw? Maybe.
But that seems like the handle.
Threads.
That's the handle.
Yeah.
But how do you find it?
Sure.
Seems like there should be an adapter.
I don't know, yeah, but you
You know what? We can put this at the end. Try this at the end of that.
Not gonna break it. So, but make sure you have enough.
Are we pulling that wire back?
Well, we can. If we want.
Are you pulling the old wire out?
Well, we can if we need to. But if we don't have to, you're right.
We're doing it.
I think you're gonna have to go the
It's
other
Cat
way.
5.
'Cause I don't know where I'm pushing to.
Can you see it there?
Yeah. I think that's gonna. Let's try pulling pushing the other
So
way.
getting it down
Hey,
from
they have
that
a
side
ladder.
is going to be a lot harder.
But if I can get my finger up there, I can probably pull it down. Do this. Throw.
But if you grab the ladder though, we can shine a light in there and see where
There's no chair or anything.
Negative.
All right, I'll go grab the ladder if you guys want to mess with that for a second.
What do you want me to do? Do you want me to start screwing this on?
Screwdrivers.
Not yet, because we need to measure where we're going to be at,
Okay.
and then how we're coming across here. Because if we go on the ceiling,
Yeah.
it's not going to match up when it gets to this side.
Right.
It's,
Keep an eye.
so like you would have to come up with your face.
Alright, I'm out of, I don't know if you can see me, but I'm out. I'm at the end. So I need more unless if you can't see me. Anything?
I hear it. You're nowhere near.
Well, I mean, you can give me more rods.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't, you're nowhere near this hole.
Oh.
So you gotta angle it over. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
sorry, I'm so
I'm
sorry.
trying to give you more light.
Bronzy, man.
It's going
Yeah.
somewhere. I just put another whole rod in. That's me.
Do you think it comes over here and turns?
No. No, so that conduit is only to come through that wall. It's not gonna be,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just over the ceiling.
but, you know, what we could do,
I could go along the wire.
yeah, that's what I was,
Like, if I pull the wire, you tell me which one's moving.
that's why I was telling Sam that you should try it from over here, and then once we have the ladder in there, you can just
I can
grab
see
it.
it.
Yeah. Because this would be harder to get it through this hole than anything else. So I'll take this end. You keep your flexible end over there.
You're taking it.
Yep. So
The trick's gonna be you catching that whole blind.
yeah. You should be hearing it or seeing it.
No, it could be
Yeah,
the
yeah.
side of the 4-inch pipe.
And you're one of us. Oh, neither one of us have small hands. I got insurance.
30 and on wheels. Doesn't really look good. The other crappy thing is there's steel beams up there and they'll like go around them.
I don't even see it moving.
So weird thought. There's an access panel there.
Where?
Right over here.
Right above the ice machine.
Yeah. I don't know if just peeking in there would help.
Well, I mean, you can't see it there.
That's like a full panel.
Oh, yeah, I know.
It's like a 4x4.
Who's getting up there?
Yeah.
I'm not thin enough. And then bend and look.
Wait, no. I'll have it as an ice machine.
No, I wouldn't have a ice machine. Careful though, because it's probably wire pipe.
Yeah, there's a pipe.
Yeah, fortunately. You couldn't even see it.
Oh no, it's just a drain pipe actually.
Well, but there should be a hose. You don't want to
Yeah,
bust
but
the hose
that's a
off.
fuss hose.
Just stop it. Ah, dude, that's
An extra wire you can use to pull wire.
The trick is going to be catching this through that hole.
Try it on this end again, since I can see. But
Well, to your point, you probably got a better shot at getting it near the 4-inch pipe than the 1-inch hole.
yeah.
You see, can you even see a flashlight?
Yeah.
Tools, man.
Tools of champions.
Don't we had one serious flashlight last year too? Like we had one, but we had to keep running it up and down.
And you're caught on, so pull it back down,
Got it?
all the way. All right, now twist it. Yep, pull back up. Keep going. Keep going. All right, now stop.
Plan
And
distance.
turn.
So what I was thinking was with that,
Now push
Yeah.
it towards me.
we might want
Is it
to
coming towards you?
Pull back out a
we
little
might
bit.
want to get a block of wood
Yeah.
that we
Okay.
can just use as a spacer against the wall.
Okay.
And
I
then
actually-
we could take the
I think
tape
I can
off,
get it
put
from
up
here now
against
that I can
there,
see
and
where the
then do
hole's at.
this up against that, so we get the same distance away from the wall the whole way down.
Your
So it's,
flex in?
it doesn't have.
Oh.
That way it
To
has.
see what's
the
happening
same
when you
look.
get it in.
It's rough.
Yeah.
It's really rough.
Oh, wait, that's
So my son's in there with my phone in the flashlight.
Okay, so because they're
Walks
talking
it
a little
down the
background,
wall.
talk up a little bit, okay?
Thankfully,
Okay,
they
tell
have
us what's
fire
going on
breaks in
today.
between.
All right, so we're here this week
But
with
it
the
ends
Hackers
up
for
all the
Charity.
way down here,
They've adopted
face
Wayside
up,
Christian
so the
Mission,
light
and
was
especially the
shining up
Hotel
face down,
Louisville,
so that you
and
see
they're
the light.
upgrading
Yeah, you can
all
call it,
the
and it's right in
networking
there.
throughout the
Oh
building
my
for our
gosh.
Wi-Fi
Light
internet
up.
access.
And
They
he's like,
put in,
"Dad,
bought new equipment, put
I'm
a new
sorry."
firewall,
Yeah.
new
I heard
access
it fall.
points,
I'm
and
like,
right now we're
"Is that
getting ready
my
to
phone?"
run the
Yeah.
wires down the hall for access points. If you look, you see the
Oh,
conduit
well, we
going
had
down
it.
the
So we had-
floor.
I have a magnet in
We've
the
already
back of
put
my
in all the
phone.
other
Like, things in
hardware.
the
This is
car.
the last
So we
step.
had this-
Very
they had
exciting.
this really,
Been a much needed
powerful
upgrade.
magnet
It
that
should
they had in the,
really
maintenance
improve
area.
all
We attached to a
of
string
our
and dropped it
experiences
down.
on the internet.
But
Yeah.
these walls are all
What does
meshed.
this mean to
And they have
somebody
wire-
like you
two,
with
wire,
both buildings and everything else you got?
So
Stop
this will
it.
make
Yeah, so
my
that-
job
that's
a
actually
lot
wire
easier
stops.
because
So
it brings it all down to
was so
one central
powerful,
controller
it could
where I
draw
can
in
just get my
halfway up
phone
and
out
cling to the
and
side of
pull
the
up
actual wire
the whole
stud.
controller right here for both sides and say who's connected, block somebody from connecting, set protocols, set firewalls, the whole bit. It makes my job
We actually ended up
100%
going
easier.
in from the sink area
And
and
should
actually
people
cutting
be
a hole,
supporting them because
pull it
don't
out.
you have a wish
Yeah,
list
they
on
just have to patch the
Amazon?
hole.
Absolutely. There's still more equipment that we need.
Yeah, that's why I think
Each
we
of
do
these
a lot
floors
of
with all the
stuff.
wire mesh in the
Do the touch
building
and
here in the
the
hotel
Let's,
takes 5 APs. So it's about $350 per floor just for the APs, which is pretty low price for APs. But that's how many it takes with all the wire mesh. So there's a wish list, definitely. We need support on finishing with the floors. We only have enough for 2 floors right now with all the other hardware we've already bought. We put in new APs over at Jefferson Street at the shelter and opened up that guest network. So we also need a few more APs to make that guest network even better for all of our homeless clients we serve as well.
Loops. And then
I gotta go through
Do you go to Seesaw?
I got it right here.
Yeah, Cybersecurity Awareness Week over at Humane.
No.
That's what we're gonna be involved in.
Okay. Good enough to get us over in these groups.
all right, that's funny.
So
All right, somebody who has experience with ends, you want to start first?
sure. Please tell me you got easy ends.
Yeah, I believe so.
Then I can do more ends and I'll re-educate myself.
Yeah, are you doing B's or A's?
Do I need to bring the other
B's, good.
crimper up here? Do you have enough?
I have both crimpers.
Okay.
And I have
So where, how much slack do you want on this end?
Well, we have to run each wire to an access point, so we'll have one here and then the other are going down the hall. So
I wouldn't.
No, we're not
I
cutting
would
any of
run
them.
the length.
Okay.
These are actually going to run the lengths.
Got it, got it.
there's one like
That's why I ran
not get
that.
easy ends.
But I think you need
One will run
three.
I
here,
don't know if we need this or not.
however we want to do it.
we can go ahead and pull one down.
Yeah, that's.
This gray one is one he already pulled, so we can
Run it.
Yeah, you're gonna need